Hey, what are you doing? Don't just skip past this video. You need to stay until the end so you know what to do. Yeah, don't click on the other video. I know there's like a cat doing some funny thing or latest story on Adam 22, but who cares? Listen and watch the rest of this video, okay? Okay? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Men Without Limits. LPT leader back again. And we're gonna have a fun little video today, but the sad thing is you might not think it's fun. Welcome back to Men Without Limits. LPT leader here, and now we're gonna get into something that a lot of you might struggle with, if not most people nowadays. So that's why I'm taking the time to make this video to really help you guys to become a man without limits yourself. All right. So being alone is it's not that fun. It's really not, because most of us either want to spend time with our friends, family. If you enjoy your coworkers, maybe you want to spend time with your coworkers, but I don't really know a lot of people who want to spend time with their coworkers, but to each his own. Or if you have a girlfriend, then you want to spend time with your girl. Makes sense. But then if you're always dividing your time for this person, for that person, for this group, for your girl, so on and so forth, you don't ever have time for yourself. Think about it. And then the times that you say you are by yourself, what do? Probably on your phone, right? If we go back to a previous video, I talked about how to kind of increase focus, declutter your mind, right? So check that out. But you're gonna be on your phone. And even though you're by yourself on your phone, you're not really by yourself. So the first reason why you need to start spending time or being alone is you get to actually, once again, focus on yourself. Right? Being able to focus on yourself will allow you to really think about what you need to do in regards to things in the present moment, things in the future tense, or let's say there's an unresolved issue you had in the past tense that you can finally, come to terms with. If you have some feelings towards it, deal with those feelings and get past it, right? That's what being by yourself allows you to do. And on top of that, it's really difficult. So that's part of the reason as to why a lot of us don't want to spend time by ourselves, but you don't want to deal with those feelings about things that might bother you, make you feel uncomfortable, embarrassed. Because honestly, you can spend a lot of time by yourself and achieve nothing and just have it go by. But the hard work comes in when you sit down, you analyze whatever's going on in your life. So let's say you had a really bad disagreement or an issue arise between you and your girlfriend that really made you upset. But you think, I shouldn't deal with it. Let me throw it to the side. No, because that's just gonna harbor feelings. It's gonna kind of fester and become something bigger than it actually is, right? But spending the time doesn't feel good either, because then you might have to acknowledge you being wrong in the situation, having to deal with your ego, possibly needing to apologize. Now, for a lot of people that doesn't feel good, because then you feel like lesser, but that actually makes you a better person, and in regards to that, a better partner, because you're taking the time to be like, okay, this is why what transpired made me feel the way I felt. And on top of that, you understanding why it made you feel the way you felt will allow you to communicate it better, so your partner can understand it and see, okay, I can see how what I did, what I said, what I wore, whatever you want to apply it to, could have made you think or feel this, right? So it's really hard work to deal with the issues stemming inside oneself, because it doesn't feel good to tear down yourself and kind of break yourself down and then analyze. It's not fun. It's really not. And that's why so many people avoid it by going on social media, hanging out, occupying their time with something like distracting, a game, so on and so forth. So that's one of the reasons why you need to spend time by yourself. It allows you to focus on you, right? And on top of that, really dig deep and deal with those issues that you might have been harboring and kind of just putting to the side or like forgetting about, right? So that's number one. Number two is the fact that it's actually allow you to train yourself to become more comfortable being by yourself, right? Because as with anything, the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be, the easier it'll get, and you won't even think about it because it'll become part of your nature, right? For example, if you were to start playing soccer, you never played it before, you're gonna suck. Or if you're very exceptional, you might be good at it. But most likely you're gonna suck because you don't know how to move your body, the different, mechanics, you don't know how to speed up, slow down a certain way, you don't have to kick the ball, the form, passing, shooting, crossing, like all these different things, the IQ aspect of soccer. You're not just gonna get like this, you're gonna suck. But that's the great thing about us and our body's ability, and more so our brain, is that it can adapt, right? We're able to adapt, and not only adapt, but become good at whatever thing we spend the most time on. So, you spending time within soccer, it will take time for sure, but eventually you'll reach a point where you become good at it, and those little minute skills that were so difficult in the beginning will become second nature and allow you to focus on the more important plays or actions you need to take within the game, right? So let's take that same, issue of dealing with soccer, playing that sport, and apply it to yourself. So, you taking the time to be by yourself, right? To be alone, completely alone. No distractions, no phone, no people coming up to you, hey, do you know how I can get to this place? Like, you find a place where it's by yourself, right? Quiet, peaceful, and you just by yourself, right? So train you to be more comfortable being by yourself. Deal with those thoughts and feelings. Focus on things that you need to do to help better yourself. And over time, you'll actually enjoy your own company more than others. Not to say this is going to make you antisocial, right? Because you don't want that either. You need to also have the ability and skill, right? You need the ability and skill to know when to allow yourself to be, friendly, interact with people, but also to refrain and kind of hold on to yourself and your own energy, right? Because every interaction, everything you might do in life uses your energy, whether it be physical or mental, right? These two things can get drained either at the same rate, quicker rate here, faster rate here, right? Slower here, faster here, slower here, faster here, But at the end of it, it can get drained, right? So having the ability and skill to know when to be like, all right, let me dive in, let me hang out, let me interact, and be like, oh, I need time to myself to recuperate, recharge. It's gonna be very crucial to allow you to work optimally, feel your best, deal with things a lot better, have more kind of foresight into how you're gonna get things done or how to respond or what you might want to do in the future, right? That's two, allow you to train yourself to be comfortable being alone. And third, if you really, really want to get into it, when you remove everything and you are just by yourself, and not just by yourself, but specifically you allow yourself to be outside of nature, you're gonna reach a whole different level of peace, right? You might be aware of what meditation and meditating is, but that can be achieved through just being by yourself. You don't have to do specific chants, specific position with your body, breathing. Just being by yourself and having that space and time to yourself without any distractions is a form of meditation. And one of the really, really great things about being by yourself and just not even kind of doing anything outside of the ordinary, just being by yourself without any distractions, it's a form of meditation. Meditation is something that's been around for centuries, if not longer, right? You can actually search up the true background for that if you're interested in knowing more. But just on a basis, meditation, the whole point of meditation is kind of calming oneself, finding inner peace. This isn't going to be the same for everyone, but inner peace is a stillness, right? Stillness specifically within your mind in regards to thoughts, whether it be about your past, present, or future. Finding that inner peace allows you to, I personally haven't really achieved that. I'm still working on finding my own inner peace, but there's been small moments of me having that inner peace, and it's very blissful because for those small moments, there was nothing occupying my mind. I was just there, present, and just enjoying everything. And then some thought popped up, and I was like, oh, back to the scheduled programming, right? But being by yourself will allow you to find that inner peace through meditation, right? And I'm not saying you start breathing differently, putting your body in a certain position, chanting. No, just being by yourself is a form of meditation, because in that sense, right, you're dedicating time to yourself. And that's something a lot of us don't do. And when I say time to yourself, I mean to your actual self, not time for yourself to do something you want. You're still doing something, but you're not doing something with yourself specifically. You're occupying that time, even though it could be by yourself, but with something, but not directly focusing on yourself. All right, guys, so those are the three major components as to why you should and need to, right? You need to be by yourself and practice being by yourself, right? If you think about these three things, keep them in mind, all right? You're gonna see that your life will transform. You'll find a bit more stillness and peace. You'll have more of a readiness for things that could come at you. You'll be able to deal with situations. And if you're better able and more equipped to deal with situations, then everything else is just gonna flow easily. All right, there's gonna be less things you have to stress about, less things you have to worry about, less things that are gonna stop you and make you think, oh my God, how do I deal with this? So take it in, process, keep going, all right? And focus on your mission. Focus on what your purpose is. If you do that, you're gonna be one step closer to being a man without limits yourself. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Before you go, if you're looking to work one-on-one with me and kind of have more of an accelerated progress towards being that man without limits yourself, right? Just click on that link below. You'll set up an appointment with me. I'm gonna go on from there. All right, guys? LPT Leader, out.